What's up, guys? I'm here at Audio Advice Live in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm standing with the man of the hour, the CEO of Audio Advice himself, Scott Newnam. How you doing, Scott?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Brad.
You know, you wanted me out last year. I unfortunately could not make it. That was your first year, Audio Advice, last year, correct?
Yeah, what happened actually was, COVID was going on and all these shows shut down in the country and it looked like it was easing up. And so our team went, this is our shot to try to create a show that didn't exist that would bring home theater and audio, to a lot of people. And so we just took a chance right near the end of COVID, booked this thing, did it in 3 months, and it was a great success, which is obviously what led to us redoing again this year.
Right. So yeah, I wanted to come out last year. I could not. The turnout this year, though, I'm understanding it right. It's been kind of crazy over the last year.
Yeah. So today's Saturday. We're maybe halfway through the event, right? So we had Friday, half of today, and it is. You probably saw walking up and down the halls. You can't even get up and down the elevators so much. So next year we thought we expanded capacity. Obviously, we added a lot more vendors. We brought in basically every major audio vendor, every major home theater vendor, but we could not be more pleased. In fact, I had two folks come up to me, and one of them was from Vancouver who'd flown in, one that flew in from Mexico, and they're both like, "Hey, let's take pictures and chat," and it's been incredible.
Yeah. And I know, we're actually doing this really quickly because, you've just been go, 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 man. You don't stop. I see you everywhere. So, this is your first kind of, time to yourself, and I'm like, "Hey, Scott, I need you on a video." Right. So I really appreciate you doing this. Thank you so much. I did want to ask you real quick. So, what's your philosophy for this business? It's kind of, in my opinion, different than most others. And I got a little story to share after you tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So, I was talking about this in the keynote last night, which is that Audio Advice has been around for 45 years. And the philosophy from the very beginning was all about bringing happiness to people. And we were doing it through originally stereo systems and audio. And then about 35 years ago, Audio Advice got into home theater. And as you know, we've really pushed the envelope from our free home theater tool to videos we shoot, because ultimately we believe, that people go through all sorts of ups and downs in their lives. And the ability to go home after maybe a bad day at work or something happened to your family, and to sit down and enjoy music, or maybe sit in your home theater system and you put on some incredible movie, and maybe you're sitting with your wife or friends or family, whomever, and you just escape the world and you live that movie. We believe it's critical to both mental health and happiness. And so ultimately, we're trying to bring happiness to our vendors, our partners, everyone we interact with. And that's our mission statement. And we focus on it so much, and we do it through audio and home theater.
A quick story that I shared with you already. Basically, my wife and I bought a house last year around this time, and which is why I couldn't make it to the first Audio Advice. But I initially had a $10,000 to $15,000 budget to convert a spare bedroom into a home theater room. So I reached out to the guys at Audio Advice. I think I just sent a general email through your help desk or whatever, on the website, and I got contacted back by someone named Heather, and we set up a video call. It was Heather, myself, and your videographer at the time, Harrison, and we just kind of chatted. And then, we got into the house and realized we needed to spend 12 grand on a new AC, so that all fell through. Couldn't go forward with that. But I don't know, about a couple months later, I just got a random email from Heather saying, "Hey, how you doing? I'm just checking in to see how you're doing." Not "Hey, I want to sell you on something. Hey, here's something that I have an idea for." It was just a very genuine, caring about somebody else that I just don't think that we see a lot. And so, I just want to thank you so much for that. I mean, I'm genuinely saying this, I really love, the passion that you guys have, the philosophy behind everything that you guys do. And just talking to you, sitting down with 5 minutes and just chatting with you, I learned a lot more about the company. And it's I just love what you guys do even more.
Well, so first of all, that means a lot, getting that feedback. We spend a lot of time on our core values and focusing on that mission. And obviously we're doing it through audio and video, but ultimately that reach out you got from Heather, just how are you doing? And the relationship side is what it's all about. And getting that feedback means the world to us, because that's what inspires us and helps us, do it over and over again and really enjoy doing it.
That's super awesome. Again, I love what you guys stand for. I respect all the stuff you guys do. I want to switch gears a little bit though and talk a little bit about gaming, because we talked a little bit about gaming. There's actually a really cool gaming setup here like 180-degree field of view. It fills your whole field of view, which is super cool. I actually made a video on that this morning. So you kind of hinted that you guys are maybe getting a little more gaming focused. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So, we're based here in the Research Triangle in North Carolina, which is Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill. Epic Games is based here. And so many of our customers and our employees, there's a lot of DNA from gaming. You might imagine when we sit down with someone from Epic Games, and maybe they've been very successful, and they're like, I want this great theater and everything else. And so we say, we can put in this video processor and do this and this and this. But at the end of the day, if they're going to run through games through it, they don't want input lag, right?
Right.
They want quick twitch capability. And so increasingly, as we're thinking about theaters, we're having to also think about, well, where's the intersection of gaming and theaters? Let's just take a Mad VR as an example. So Mad VR is here as an incredible video processor for watching movies. Like there's honestly nothing like it in the world, but it adds about 200 milliseconds of delay. If you're gaming, you cannot do that.
You can't, yeah.
And so in the early days of Mad VR, like my biggest question to them was, I was like, look, we're going to be doing reviews on it. We're the largest seller of Mad VR in the world. So we calibrate these things like everywhere. And there's a bypass on it now. And so when you plug in, when you're coming out of the NVIDIA card in there, there's a bypass, which means we run 2 HDMI cables to the projector or to the television. One is going for movies that's got that the lag in it, and then the other has no lag through it, and it goes straight out. And so then when someone switches to a gaming console, it just changes the input on the television or the projector, and we've removed the lag. Yeah.
That's amazing. So I didn't even know that. So see, I'm learning something new now. I mean, that's crazy. So one last thing, I know you're a busy guy, you got things to do. I want to talk about your new theater seats. You just came out with some new theater seats. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Why did you guys decide to finally dip your toes into the seating market?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we've been selling a seat for a long time that's a standard home theater seat that had a motorized recline, motorized headrest, and ultimately, we spend time going out and surveying our customers and asking, what did you like? What did you not like about products? And that's how we get better and give feedback to manufacturers. And ultimately, we kept getting this feedback on seats that everyone wanted this perfect seat. And because we all live with them in our homes, we just started getting fanatical about it. And we're like, you know what? Let's buy every seat from every manufacturer. Let's do a bunch of focus groups and let's do this right. And this project was, like a 1.5 year long project to design the perfect home theater seat. And so, I think you saw them at our store, and you and I'll probably go spend some more time with it over this weekend. But we did everything from, okay, let's have motorized recline, but let's take it further where people can basically be almost fully reclined and enjoy their music like Atmos in a theater and almost fall asleep. Right. And then let's move all of the controls from being on the side of the arm to the top and put them in the cup holder so you're not fumbling trying to figure out where they are. Then instead of having dim or on-off capability on LEDs where you always have to have them off because it's, on your screen if they're on, let's put dim capability. So you can still have a little bit of, blue lights coming out, but it's not on the screen. And then let's change that little slippery table that no one uses because, all of your food falls off of it to a neoprene premium table that actually will hold everything. Nothing will slip off and denture. So we could go on and on. You and I'll spend more time on it. But hopefully what you're getting is we were so passionate. In fact, the lumbar part of it, we were finished with everything. And for 6 months, all we did was work on adding the right kind of lumbar support. So, in classic audio device fashion, it took us longer to do than we wanted, but we've just released them this week, and we could not be more happy.
That's amazing. I cannot wait to check them out. I know you said we're going to go kind of check them out maybe here in a little bit or tomorrow. I can't wait to check them out further in detail. Harrison and I did actually sit in them, talk about them just a little bit at the showroom there. But I'd like to get your take on it as well. So if you're still up for that, awesome. Scott, I won't keep you too much longer. Thank you so much for being on this video. Thanks for the conversation. I'm still at Audio Advice Live. I'm going to be checking out some other things. I'm going to make some more videos. So if you guys aren't subscribed, please make sure you are. Click that bell icon and notifications, and I will catch you in the next video.